So, what you're saying is that we can put whatever characters we want into this Hunger Games fan website, and it'll randomly generate events in a simulated environment?
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it.
Mind if I have a go?
Of course! Go right ahead.
Punk Shock throws a knife into Bowser's head. Snow Miser finds a bag full of explosives. SMG4, Gabriel Iglesias, Tigger, and Callie track down and kill Larry Boy. Tigger and Drapion huddle for warmth. Guru Larry decapitates Blue with a sword. Dragonoid convinces Cat Icarus to snuggle with him.
Oh, that was fun.
I told ya.
Might try one of these again.
Well, you should.
In fact, I should do an entire season's worth.
Well, you should. Pardon?
The maximum amount of tributes allowed in the game is 48. So if we have 48 rounds, we can have ourselves a championship, making the biggest and greatest Hunger Games the world has ever seen!
You're insane!
Why, thank you.
That wasn't a compliment!
Magikarp climbs a tree to rest, while Luigi sets an explosive off, killing King Halkidian, Bob the Tomato, Marina, and Carapax. Wile E. Coyote, J. Jonah Jameson, and Wendy get into a fight. Wendy triumphantly kills them both. Magikarp searches for a water source. Magikarp receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Magikarp dies from thirst. You freaking moron! How did you get third place? Darkrai falls into a pit and dies, despite the fact that he can float. Starscream convinces Lilac to snuggle with him. That's a very bad idea. Barney breaks Spy's nose for a basket of bread. Big Bird sets an explosive off, killing Nurse Worst, Masquerade, Vigil, and Dora the Explorer. Gopaka dies of dysentery. Grape shoves SMG4 Mario into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by SMG4 Mario, killing them both.
Wait, you can make your own custom events? Oh, now things are gonna get real interesting.
I swear on all that is sacred and meme on this internet, I do not know this man in the slightest.
Megaman.exe is captured and assimilated by the board. Arena event. A crazed warlock appears. The warlock turns Shaggy into a slice of pizza and eats him. Masahiro Sakurai stares at Guzma lustfully. Guzma gets annoyed and slaps Masahiro Sakurai. Robbie Rotten dreams about boobs. Papyrus does the moonwalk. Bored out of his mind, Joker begins to recite the entire script of the B-movie. Gourmet Guy goes skinny dipping in a lake. From a distance, Gourmet Guy stares longingly at Big Smoke's lovely butt. JonTron sees a flying Twinkie. Fakama wishes he had a friggin' drink. Diggity Talk does absolutely nothing. Boog sacrifices Pootis Bird, hoping to appease the dark gods. Wolf, seeing how mad Boog has become, kills him. Twitchy gets diabetes. Maddie finds out he is actually a Super Saiyan. Well, we're screwed. Daffy Duck finds Wheezy moist and delicious and eats her. Annoying Orange loses one of his toes to frostbite. Meltdown, Mary, Hive Queen Axie, and Magma Dragoon play a demented version of musical chairs, killing each other one by one until Meltdown remains. Klaus, Pauline, and Dr. Octagonopus try Bugs Bunny's rabbit stew. It turns out to be surprisingly good. Oh my gosh! Jack Sparrow finds a nice hat left by a dead tribute. Sadly, it doesn't fit. Lucio overpowers Salazzo, but Salazzo says that they are long-lost siblings. Lucio doesn't believe this and kills Salazzo. Cookie Mama receives a tactical nuke from an unknown sponsor. Well, crap. Knuckles finds a McDonald's. He is not sure how this is possible, but decides to order a steamed ham. Matoro dreams about cheese. Now this I can get behind. Maleficent nibbles at a blade of grass. Starving, Fedora considers eating Jafar, but decides against it. Zelda flips the bird at the Game Makers. Unamused, the Game Makers send a bolt of lightning down towards Zelda, killing her. Zekrom begins yelling at the Game Makers. Rue, trying to get some sleep, stabs Zekrom to silence him, killing him. Travis touchdown lights a match underneath his butt and farts. The erupting flames engulf Dust, Rue, and Prydak. Gonzo confesses his love towards Bowser. Bowser embraces him. Pit finds a TARDIS and tries using it to travel back before the games began. Innocent explodes with him still inside. Bozzy thinks about witty dialogue to say to the other tributes when they fight. Joe drinks a pink potion, turn him sexier. Oh no, Devianar's gonna have a field day with this one. Anua has a nightmare about marrying Spud. Wildstyle discovers the meaning of life is Pootis. Jabberwocky casts a spell, turning him into a ghost. Realizing that he's now dead, he decides to watch the games from above. While Camel Rupt and Eleven are sleeping, Luigi places explosive barrels around their campsite before blowing them up with a bomb arrow. Boras chews the scenery. It tastes like chicken. Penelope steals Paladin's clothes, leaving her in her underwear. What clothes? While hiding in a tree, Soxton Hale binges through every season of Project Runway. King Julian finds Zoocrid eating James. Horrified at the sight, King Julian kills Zoocrid. Spock dreams about Mary and barbecue pulled pork sandwich. Barbecue pulled pork sandwich dreams about dumping Spock. Paper Mario casts a spell to drain Pepe Le Pew's life force, killing him. Black Panther, Yogi Bear, Top Cat, and Nuju play a round of Dungeons and Dragons. Blow and Bayonetta get run over by the Pingus train. While figuring out how to use the black hole bomb and accidentally activates it, sucking her in. Emmett practices ballet. Dr. Cortex drowns Stragar in a barrel of tea. While Totagato is taking a crap, Nuju shoots him in the head with a sniper rifle. Black Arachnia casts a spell, giving her a trigger-like tail. She then proceeds to bounce around on it. Spider-Man reads a sign before realizing that he can't read. Muscle Man sees a flying Twinkie. Alec finds a tiger cub and cuddles it. The mother finds the two of them and kills Alec. Gavangela tastes the rainbow. It doesn't taste as good as she envisioned it. Gunfo writes a creepypasta. Minnesota Cute proceeds to eat it. As Banjo and Toucan Sam share a kiss, Bagel with cream cheese plays Careless Whispers on a saxophone. Mr. Soap gets explosive diarrhea. It somehow kills him. While wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, Sniper snaps his fingers, turning Anna and Borat Golem to dust. Oh crap, I'm noticing that typo. Jay blows up a cow with a bomb arrow, making a perfectly cooked steak. Flying Twinkie sings an emotional song and wins a Grammy. Rousey is killed by an evil badger. Chuck Norris gets drunk on apple juice. Scrappy-Doo and Buck Bumble discover they are fraternal twins. Somehow. Arceus and Garfield play poker with a grizzly bear, with Garfield winning. The bear gets angry and eats them both. Maui attempts to woo Jar Jar Binks, but Jar Jar Binks is not impressed. Timmy dreams about his Barbie collection. Ruby sings a Meow Mix song. Sylvester, Loki, and Woody perform in a talent competition, while Baby Bob acts as a snarly judge and everyone likes and despise. Yvelto makes lots of spaghetti. Woody ponders if these Hunger Games are a work fan fiction made by a crazy individual. No. Mitchell cuts Aloy's limbs off. Aloy somehow manages to escape alive. Shere Khan dumps a pet rock and calls him George. Crocodile finds a campsite where Shere Khan, Bajay, Bob Ross, and Ukazir are. Crocodile whips out his minigun and kills them. Crocodile grabs a Starman and temporarily turns invincible. While transformed, he kills Aloy, Pyro, and Mr. Netzer. Oh my gosh, you're a monster! I am so proud. Goomba has a nightmare that cheese never existed. Doomguy, Grinch, and Lancer form a band. Their music sucks though, so they break up 20 minutes later. While running away from Akmu, Jimmy takes an arrow to the knee. Boogie follows a butterfly. Said butterfly then eats him. Using the mask of time duplication, Renamon summons past versions of herself. The clones overwhelm and kill Uncle Deadly and Allura. Iron Man tells Kongu that he likes big butts and cannot lie. Kongu isn't sure how to respond. Garahem throws an explosive into a pond. The explosion causes a ton of fish to fly out of the lake and land by Garahem's feet, who collects them. Salvatore casts a spell, accidentally turning him into an anthropomorphic cucumber. As Mary takes off his shirt, Widowmaker tries not to look embarrassed. What shirt? Corey receives a tank from an unknown sponsor. As it falls, it accidentally crushes Absol by accident. Pinocchio has a nightmare about marrying Bubsy. To be fair, I would too. Aqua sits on Articuno's head, crushing it. Lisa casts a spell, accidentally making Ballooney's butt 3 times its normal size. Angered by this, Ballooney crushes Blitzel with his butt. You know, why am I even questioning this anymore? Revenant installs a laugh track, which annoys Yuki and Hothney to death, literally. Mantax and Tim Yoshi take on a group of Ugandan Knuckles, but they give Mantax Ebola, who dies. Tim Yoshi escapes. Shodan discovers gravity. Music Meister is astounded that Shodan did not know this previously. Rocket Raccoon unleashes a spirit bomb, killing Superman, Doulahan, Nigga Garatina, and Chilled. Winston and Zemnis partake in a hot dog eating contest. They both end up dying of a heart attack. Wolfpack swipes the rest of the hot dogs. Dr. Eggman and Drillman duel on the highest mountain. Dr. Eggman stabs Drillman through the heart before throwing him off the mountain. Marge eats Beefy Hattie Harrington's tentacle nuke, which leaves Beefy Hattie Harrington very confused. Dr. Olivia Octavius casts a spell, aiding Charlie Brown forwards until he turns to dust. Will, Uniqua, and Mr. Fezziwig go LARPing. Applejack takes the opportunity to kill them with a Kamehameha. Trilo finds an egg. Oh, baby dragon hatches from it, who eats Trilo. Santa's belly button catches on fire, but he manages to put it out. Snitch uses the massive growth to grow up to 60 feet tall and squashes Bacon Wizard and shape beneath his foot. Wait. Dark Rogue goes through a 30-second long anime transformation. Mega Swampert shoots him before the transformation is finished. A scorpion stings Mario Head, which begins to infect his arm. To avoid the infection from spreading, Mario Head amputates his arm. Droid Terminal casts a spell, disabling Hal's ability to use the bathroom. Hal eventually dies from all the excess buildup of waste. Super Bombs discovers that Futaba has no soul. You take that back! Colossus paints a bomb red and lights it. One thinking it has a giant cherry, eats it before blowing up. Dragonoid and Black Arachnia skip gaily through a meadow of flowers. King Julian practices a spell, accidentally giving him Bhakti. Rosalina casts a spell, causing Dr. Eggman's head to grow 10 times its normal size. Dr. Eggman loses balance and falls off a cliff. Quarry, Big Bird, and Syndrome have a pleasant conversation about grass. Zero loses 5,000 IQ. Rocket and Big Bird dance under the moonlight. As Big Bird flies around, he kills Zuna and Dusk Lycanroc with a machine gun. Pauline casts a spell, stealing Corey's soul before devouring it.
Was that really necessary?
Yes.